on the same gang here.
So we'll CNET public, and see where this goes.
Voila.
Oh, you know what? I didn't actually set up remote play on the PS3.
Aha.
So one of the things you do before you leave the house, actually go over to your PS3
Set
and
this up for remote
select
play.
remote play, and this will be ready now.
So
now
it sets up the PS3 so that it's in basically a receiver mode.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And it'll give you, indications all along the way on how to do
go
this.
through the remote
So we'll
play.
do it again. I think maybe it was the internet, so we'll try that. Go back down to our CNET public.
So how much tech savvy would you say it requires to really get this stuff going?
It's pretty easy. I mean, especially with this, there are lots of, let me just back up. I think we have to go on the private network. So there are lots of guides along the way. There's all sorts of, we've got a manual online on PlayStation.com, which you can check out. But it also tells you if you do something wrong, like I've done a couple times here trying to access the network, it'll pop up with messages saying, do this, do that.
It's fairly verbose.
It's easy. So there you go. Okay, so now we've got it running.
out.
So now we're actually connecting over the internet.
So you're
to
actually,
the PS3.
this is not even the cross-media bar for this PSP. This
Exactly.
Is the PS3's cross-media bar.
This is the PS3's cross-media bar. So we're looking at some photos. And, like I said, I could be around the world and I'd say, okay, here's my trip to New York, and we're looking at it. You can also use the slideshow modes that most of your viewers are probably familiar with on the PS3 and play them in here. So we'll launch one of the slideshows and get that going as well.
And this is just streaming straight off of the PS3. Now for this content to work, to do this over the to the PSP, this does require the content to be on the PS3. Is that right?
That's a good question, but actually no. If you want to, that was my sort of tip that I wanted to throw out there. If you want to take this a step further, if you've got your DLNA set up,
then you could just do it through the interface.
If you've got your PC on, your PS3 on, you can do it right through the interface. So you can access anything on your PC through your PS3 onto your PSP.
Sir, that is ridiculous.
That's it. So you can absolutely.
That is outrageous what you're doing here.
It's a great feature. I mean,
people are lunatics. That is voodoo magic. You're a warlock. Burn him.
And again, you can. This is all free to the PS3 consumer. They go on, they do the update. We're constantly adding new features.
Can you show some? Can we just see the quality of some video?
Yeah, sure.
On
so
this?
let's look at video. So we've got a trailer for one of our titles here, MLB The Show.
Okay.
We'll launch that up, and there it is. Maybe I'll turn it a little more. It just goes, and that's it. I mean, that's coming from the PS3, and we can be anywhere around the world. So now there's one more little tip I want to throw out with this. So that's the basics. If you wanted to get advanced, I'd go down here to the PlayStation Store, which I'm sure you're all familiar with. And if I go to the PlayStation Store, we're actually accessing the PlayStation Store from the PS3 now.
Right.
So one of the nice things with this, if you're at work or if you're somewhere where you have internet connectivity and you know that there's some good stuff coming on the store that day, or if there's just some stuff you want to download, you can go ahead into the store, start downloading all of this stuff from anywhere, and when you get home, it's all going to be there.
So you're just basically queuing this up remotely, so when you get home, whatever it is that you wanted is already ready already.
Exactly. And you can, we implemented background downloading in our last firmware update, so you can just set up a whole bunch of these in a few seconds. So I can go into game videos and, we'll see what we've got here. So we'll say, okay, the MLB video, we want to take that, and I'll just immediately start downloading. You can even purchase things. If there's items you want to purchase, you have access through your wallet in here. And then you can throw that into the background and go back to browsing.
That is awesome.
So that's another great feature.
Now, you so far have shown as what I consider to be the impossible. So I got to ask the pie in the sky question here. Can you play the God of War 2 through this?
No, not right now. Like, maybe we'll come back next time, but no, you can't. Unfortunately,
you can't stream the game.
You can't stream the game.
I know that would be asking far too much, but
yeah,
I was surprised at some of the stuff that you're able to do with this so far. So that's really impressive.
You can also access your friends list.
So basically, short of playing a game, you can do anything on your PS3 through your PSP as long as you have an internet connection.
Yes,
wow.
Pretty much anything else. Yeah, your media, your friends list, the store, anything else.
Rich, you got anything else from the folks at home?
I have two questions that have been echoed by many of our viewers. As you know, On the Spot is a global show, and we have a lot of people in Australia and Europe wondering, will they get to do all this with their PlayStation 3s? Can they already?
Absolutely, they can do it right now. This is live to the world right now. So anybody who's got a PS3 or a PSP should just go to the network update. If not, go to your PlayStation.com from your region, and you can download this update and start playing immediately.
Now, this is going to require a firmware update for both the PS3 and the PSP, is that right?
Exactly, and the PSP update came out today, and the PS3 update was a couple days ago.
So now everyone worldwide can get all this stuff.
Yep.
You got anything else here?
A couple of minor features. We've added a new slideshow mode.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you want to take a look at that, it's a variation on the photo album mode, and I'll jump into that. Let's see here.
No, is this specific to the PS3?
It's not to the PS3. We should jump back to the PS3 to do it right.
Back to the big screen.
So let's see. So I'll exit out of remote play.
Rich, you got anything else?
The other question that everyone's asking, and I wanted to, is like, awesome, now, so this is the wizardry you guys did this time. Can you tell us anything about the next firmware update? Do you have any ideas of what you want to do? Or
I would say, we've got a lot of ideas, and we're definitely listening to the users. The users wanted upscaling. We've given them upscaling. They wanted us to expand remote play out of the house. We've done that. Look for us to continue to listen and also to continue to expand on some of these features. There have been things mentioned that we can't do right now, but I wouldn't discount them. We can always add them later. So we're definitely continuing to look at the PS3 as a device that's future-proof. We can continue growing it to meet the needs of the consumer and just to add some great functionality.
So what I'm hearing from that is that you'll be able to access the cross-media bar from games in the near future?
Anything's possible, but we'll come back, I promise. We'll definitely come back and show you guys. So let's see. I'll go to the new slideshow mode, which is, oh wait, I'm not in the, there we go. Sorry.
Slideshow style.
So we'll go to photo album 2. Just a slight variation. This one puts them in a grid on the photo album and again attaches the metadata. You can see the dates up there. And with the analog sticks, you can zoom in and then, get them like this with the time. Get them close up with the time and move back and forth and move back out. Something else we've added, you can actually print photos from the PS3 now with select Epson printers. So if you go to PlayStation.com, there's a list of printers on there, and you can find out if your printer's compatible, and you can print photos that are saved on your PS3. Just another little feature.
Well, Eric, that is totally awesome. I'm personally very impressed with what you guys have done with this firmware update. Thanks again for coming by and giving us a little show.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
Rich, what's up next?
What's up next is we're